Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our flight. We have just lifted off from the Grand Canyon, if I do recall, in Europe. And
What?
that's
Wow.
what Funky said. That's what Funky said last time.
I got
And,
confused where it was.
And we'll be heading to a nice sunny California because we'll be talking about a few things today that I believe might be a little bit saucy for everybody. And it may be a shorter video than not. We'll see.
Ooh.
But if not, I hope you all enjoy the ride because it's going to be quite bumpy. But, of course, with all flights, there is more than just the captain. He needs his captain's crew, right? So I have my two co-pilots here, Detective Funky.
Hello, everybody.
And I have Wiz.
Oh.
All right, so, as we always ask, how you guys doing?
Well, I'm doing all right. I just got the old booster 2 days ago.
Whoa, you got the booster
Yeah.
jab.
You did. You were talking a lot about it yesterday, but I didn't really. Do you feel better today? Or are you still weak?
I'm good.
Weak.
I'm good. I'm back at my
You're
natural
weak.
state of being weak. And
You're
pathetic.
you're at your natural level
Yeah,
of
my
weakness.
My
natural.
natural.
Yeah, eating all that fast food and
My
stuff.
level
Like we
Right,
all
right,
do
right.
as
0.
Americans.
But no, I'm doing all right. I just got a new SSD card, which I am halfway installing it as we record this. So if the episode just abruptly ends for no reason, that's probably
Oh, no.
me pulling some unnecessary cords off my computer on accident. But
Yep,
I'll
while
do
we're
the
recording.
I'll do my
Hey,
while we're recording, of course.
hey, yeah, of course. I mean, you always want to have your computer powered on and running while you're working on your computer because if you don't, it's
Multitasking,
gonna take a
yeah.
lot. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot longer, right? So you might as well have it on.
We gotta
See all
get
the
shit. We gotta get shit done around here. It's gotta
Yeah,
come much fast.
don't got much time. But
Oh,
all right. Well, that's
oh.
good. I'm glad. I hope it works out for you because from what you were telling us before, I mean,
Yeah. You gotta be feeling better.
you're gonna need more than a YouTube vid.
Right,
no.
But
right.
speaking of YouTube videos,
You just
Oh, here we
today's
go.
topic.
skipped me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
What
am
about?
okay. Thank you very much.
I mean,
Go on.
we all know you're okay.
Continue.
There's a few people in the back that have requested drinks, so maybe you should go back to your co-pilot.
Wiz is here? Oh, hey, Wiz. How's it going?
Just in the corner crying.
You guys are so big.
Well, let's be honest. When we're flying planes, usually there's only two pilots here. You know, the pilot and the co-pilot. I don't know where
I'm the
or
pimp
Wiz is.
for the air hostess. Is
Ah, the pimp. Nice. People pay you and they charge you
I
money.
pat them. I paid them with pats on the back,
Oh,
and they pay me with in-cabin meals. That's why my meals are like 3 times
just-
bigger than yours.
you just live on here.
Yeah, this is my plane.
Never leave. Oh,
This is my
he's actually
Boeing.
the owner. Oh my God, didn't even know. Boeing. Whoa, we're not sponsored. We can't mention that stuff. That's product.
Is that a
placement.
company?
Yes.
Is
Boeing is a
I
company.
thought Boeing was like just a make of plane. Like you get a Boeing plane.
Yeah, it's just like how Jello is also the name of the company. Well, it's actually not anymore. It was.
It used to be.
But yeah, Boeing is definitely a company.
Huh. Oh. Boeing sponsor us.
Yeah, the more you
The more
know.
you know.
Boeing's a company,
Well,
guys.
you know.
Anyway,
But yeah.
it's YouTube.
So, we're gonna be talking about streamers and YouTubers and stuff, and how important they are to our living as a human. I don't know. They're as
human
important as
civilization.
food and water. I would say it seems like since humans, since people seem to consume vast quantities of this stuff, with a never end in sight. But who knows?
So I'm sensing from what you told me before that you'll be spitting fire today on shooting negative
Proper
negative
dragon
commentary,
fire.
Which is ironic given
towards,
what we're doing.
Yeah, we're putting this
yeah,
on YouTube as well.
So
So
I know I'm on the YouTube side. I'm on YouTube.
thank God we're not getting
Follow me.
monetized.
Follow me on Detective Funky. Link in the description.
Say again.
My channel name Detective Funky. Link in the description. You can find me there.
Okay.
And also, yeah, this podcast here, this channel. So I'm running like the YouTube side, and I heard you Wiz are on the Twitch side of things.
Yeah, I
Twitch.
sometimes stream every so often.
Yes, your big burst of
So,
it.
I mean,
Like,
you're going against the YouTuber and the
that's
Twitch guy.
right.
So, what do you have to
Let
what do you have negative to say about us?
Well, here we go. You know what? Let's just start this on
Not about us.
the top of the chain, number 11, all the way to the extreme. I think people that are in the entertainment industry are paid way too fucking much. Way
Agreed.
too much, right? They earn a considerable amount of money, and that's just not the only thing. If they're earning a considerable amount of money for, in my opinion, and this is where people are probably going to start being very unhappy with me. In my opinion, a completely useless,
Whoa.
non-required entertainment is something that, although yes, is quite nice to have, there is
Mhm.
no requirement to have it for humanity to live. I mean, yes, given now, since we're all basically pseudo addicts, I mean, we're on the computer all the time. We're always watching stuff, and if we're sitting there, you can't. Now people nowadays literally cannot sit down on a bus or sit in line or literally spend a good minute or 2 minutes of doing nothing. No, they have to pull out their phone, got to look up at the Facebook, the YouTube. It's everybody is extremely
All right, well,
uh
slow down.
Plugged in.
We
dedicated
threw
on
a
this stuff.
huge wide blanket, the entertainment industry.
Oh
That's like
yeah.
all entertainment.
Entertainment.
It's like movies,
W-
I
Yep.
that's
will
late
I
night
mean,
say,
shows, that's everything.
just
It's
to
like
kind of
you talk about
combat that.
football.
football for
Oh,
sure.
football
That's
definitely.
entertainment. I
Football,
mean,
definitely.
they get paid a
Mind
lot.
you, like, let me say here, right? I don't get me wrong. Nowadays, it is a requirement for humanity to continue on the way that that's going because if suddenly everything just shut off and there was no entertainment, people would go insane. We've all seen the South Park
Oh yeah.
episode where they had no internet, right?
Yeah,
And then Randy's
and
like
they
in the
just
room
so
checking off. But
no, you can't say that.
it's like, that's a completely human thing. We could do that.
It's like a
Um,
fantasy.
but that doesn't mean that I believe that it's as important as, say, I don't know, like a teacher or an electrician or a job that provides a
Right.
service to not just themselves. Because let's be honest, these streamers, very few of them are doing it for the greater good. They're just doing it for themselves. They may like it and enjoy it, but in the end, the only one benefiting from all this is most likely them. Because let's do like some I'm thinking here, right? They're making all the money. They're gaining the influence. They're gaining an advancement in their own lives. The people that are watching it, however, they're spending money. They're spending time. They're using a lot of their energy on something that just in no way should require them to put energy into it. You know what I mean? When people are sitting down and they're watching, say, their favorite Twitch streamer or whatever, there's so many other things that could be done while they're doing it or you know, or even not while they're doing it, you know what I mean? Like doing something else. But no, a lot of these people, they will sit there and they will watch. It's like watching TV. And that's why the entertainment industry, they will watch TV or Twitch for hours and hours and hours and hours. And, you notice like you open your eyes and all of a sudden, whoa, it's 9 o'clock at night. Let's keep watching more Twitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
well, the day's spent,
It's
you
like a
might as well keep
distraction.
watching more of the tubes,
right.
watching more of the Twitch. I think back what you said before, I think the society nowadays in 2022 here, um I think the amenity level is so high, our standards are
Yeah.
so high that the slightest dip is
Oh
going to
God. Yeah.
cause chaos amongst people.
Well, I mean, you see that
I
with
mean,
like video games and stuff. Like, if you ever see a video game, like an online video game, say for instance Call of Duty, and the servers go down, and then
oh
oh
my God.
boy,
Reddit's
the
blowing up.
flocks to Twitter, like, oh, Call of Duty is down. It's the fucking tragedy of the century. We gotta fucking tweet about this and get on a Call of Duty and Activision for being so garbage. And it's like, and then they get it back up,
Well,
and it's like nothing had happened.
but you can literally see the reaction of people nowadays because it's a reaction of being addicted. It's an addictive reaction
Yeah.
because
That's
no
true, yeah.
sane person sees that the Call of Duty servers goes down and then flips their shit and goes on Twitter, sorry. Yeah, Twitter, and
Twitter,
just
Reddit,
spends like
anywhere.
30, 40 minutes, however long, trying to bash the crap out of this because that's basically what's happening. Someone has taken their alcohol or their cigarette and they don't like that. And that's why people get so angry nowadays. And I believe
Exactly.
that as people become more and more and more dependent on this stuff, people are going to get more and more antsy about things. And it's just
It
it's a
it's just
scary
part of the
thing.
thing.
that can happen.
I will say, just there is a thing that can be said about just the impact that media can have as well. Obviously, like you said, we have become sort of addicted to it, and that I agree with. We have this constant need to have technology just kind of plugged in. We call it being plugged in, and like I don't
You're
know
plugged
many
in
people
24/7 now.
I don't know many people who don't have a mobile phone that has a touch screen, or that mobile phone having
Right.
access to the internet, or
A-
having a computer at home,
And
or
not
an
and not
iPad.
just regular people, but children too, like very
Yeah,
young
oh,
Yeah,
children.
yeah.
yeah.
That
You
I
know what I
think is
mean?
definitely one of the worst things that has sort of been propping up more and more recently is that children very, very early. I seen the other day just on the train, there was a easily a 2 or 3-year-old who was just given an iPad. It might have been like I'm unsure if it was an actual iPad or a children's equivalent because you know you can get that sort of stuff, but they all have sort of access to YouTube or YouTube
Yeah.
Kids or that sort of thing, and it's not not the best way to be. Your children shouldn't have that kind of access when they're that young, especially to the internet, because the internet is a fucked up place, and more
Parents don't wanna have to deal
particularly,
with, actually parenting their kids.
yeah,
Exactly.
No
like
parent wants to
you
actually
can't
parent the
just
kids, just throw them the iPad.
nor
Or
Have them
that,
watch
just
TV
like
or
Have
something,
'em
you
watch
know?
mm,
Cocomelon.
For
What's
Cocomelon?
Put
Cocomelon?
on baby it's the kids YouTube channel. It's like the number 1 YouTube channel or something like that.
Oh, that's
It's a
Cocomelon.
weird.
kids
I don't
channel.
know.
Yeah, Cocomelon's on all the time at my parents' house with
Oh
my,
man.
niece and nephew.
See that to be fair, if it's the combat, I can see adults like props
I
to my
don't
mom and dad for raising me with having like children's TV on all the time because I cannot stand children's TV. Like not in the slightest. Like
Well,
it is just such a
you're not a
mm.
child.
I mean,
it's not
not
meant for you.
anymore, but like obviously when I was younger, god damn it.
That's
It's
fair.
Right.
just it's like when I was
I
younger,
I
I couldn't imagine that. It's just
But
awful.
I see,
Ugh.
so when people use, like, the internet and stuff, and, they go on YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that, and they make YouTube channels and they stream. I think that's at the base level, it's it's a good thing. Like you're getting entertainment for the time being, but then it never stays at the base level. It always goes abuse it, and I think that's where we're getting into like where what you're talking about.
use
Am I
it
right?
how? I don't know what you mean by abuse.
Like basically like monetize everything, begging for donations,
I mean, of course,
manipulating the Twitch meta, you
that
know.
that sort of stuff is definitely I find that more scummier than like
Oh yeah.
but I
There's a lot of people out there that will exploit others for
right.
personal
Yeah,
gain or monetary gain.
I'm kinda comparing that to someone that's like perhaps doing the same thing in real life, not just, that they're like
So like
begging
for
for
instance,
but no,
like
I
Mm.
agree.
yeah, if someone's like, working like a 9 to 5 and they just have like a hobby, like they start like a YouTube channel or
Yeah,
whatever,
that
then
if
I
it's
think
actually
that's
like making content.
some people just do it for
Don't trust
themselves,
trust
right?
me, right. Go on, sorry.
I said some people just do it. They do it like they make videos or they stream just for their own like I don't know mental health or like a
Enjoyment.
hobby or their own enjoyment, right?
Yeah.
So that they're not doing it for all these sadistic reasons. But
Well,
I mean,
it's not
it does slip in quite often, which is
Mhm.
sad. But
It's like
I'll
greed.
okay, I'll be a little bit more straightforward with what I mean by this, right? Yeah, obviously people that do that, I think it's pretty scummy. But I'm more referring to people that live that their lives, and like you said, this is like a part-time thing. It's for fun. Cool. At that point, I don't really mind that you monetize it, but that's because as a human, you're already
You
promoting the betterment of mankind. Like you're out there
you're
with your
doing something
job,
else.
or you're doing something to actually advance society. I kind of do believe that people that are on Twitch, people that do YouTube or whatever exclusively, or people that do sports or whatever, they don't. there is very little advancement in those things because how much how advanced can you bring society if by just screaming at a camera above your monitor, right?
It
The,
can
the same thing with
on
like say
a
football or sports or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They just play sports. There's no what have if you go to a sports game, say like a football person, like for a football like
Football,
game, right? Our favorite pastime. You go to a football game and you watch it for an hour,
baseball.
2 hours, whatever, and you leave. Sure, baseball too. What when you before you entered and before you left, what did you gain? What did they do to provide like a service or something for an individual and actually made society a better place? Like they did nothing.
I
There's
I
the
caught
nothing
I
they
caught
do.
energy.
I caught a
It
fall
well,
ball.
I wanna bring up the point that it doesn't necessarily have to do with the betterment of society as a whole because not everything can achieve that. I want to make it stringently clear that you can gain something from watching these things, like a thrill. Like there's bonding to be had
Oh,
there. There's definitely like
right.
there's a
And there
lot of
are
family ties. There's a lot of things that can be like energy, like proper energy, like that can like a
I
football
guess
match can definitely get the blood pumping and keep like it, it gets that sort of thing.
I thought you were going to talk about people that actually provide a service that actually helps, like people that when we had this conversation before, like a person that teaches other people how to play chess or something. They play chess on stream chess, and right, that is something that enables the mind. It allows a person to learn something and actually improve something. When was the last time you learned something watching someone play Fortnite? You know what I mean? Like you sit there with your
Fortnite.
mind looking at Fortnite, like you're not gaining any real skill. You know what I mean? Like it, ugh, I
No, no, that's not the kind of point I was making though, because it's like you can't compare Twitch to football in that way or Twitch to sports in that way because
what do you mean?
sports can be quite a like I don't know. The sports industry's is built the same way that Twitch is. It's built on fans. It's built on monetary value, and it's built on making like a big fucking stacks of money.
Making
Um,
much money.
but in the kind of pockets of that, the things that Twitch and YouTube can't provide is what I was saying is that kind of bonding element that a lot of families, I definitely know in this country,
What do you mean?
have. Well,
What's
that's what I just explained. It's just that
I know, but what's the difference between a family saying going to a football game rather than a family sitting in their living room and watching their favorite streamer together?
all
Ninja.
right. I want you to ask yourself the same question then. What do you think you're going to gain from going to see like? I know like, we're not really sports orientated people. I know you are, and I know I'm not. I don't know specifically about you, Funky. I don't know if you like sports in that way,
I love
but
football.
the point I'm making is there. I know people. There's people. There's my cousins and my aunties and uncles and like my some of my family I know will go to a football match together because it is a bonding experience that
Right?
it engages them as a family. That gets them together. That's a togetherness activity. Whereas you're not gonna sit in your house with your family and be like, Mom, Dad, oh, look, my favorite streamer, come on, the son, he's on the TV." Like,
People have been doing that forever. They wait on the Saturday nights, and then their favorite TV program comes on, and the family gets together and they watch it
all right,
together. There's
TV
no
and
difference.
programs are a different thing as well.
Well, no,
Because
that's not, that's what
Twitch
I'm
is
saying. That's what I'm saying. As in watching a Twitch streamer, I'm explicitly saying that a Twitch streamer that the entire family enjoys, not the child. It's not. I mean, it's the same idea as if you
no,
go
that's
to a
what
football
I
game. Like
still
the
mean
child
that,
can like.
that's what I mean. It's part of an act. That's not like what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
So
Incredibly.
sports valuable for family bonding. That was the point I was making. Twitch, you're not going to get that same family bonding experience.
You are.
It's when I was younger, particularly, Saturday nights were a relaxed night
Okay.
when me and my family were quite into that sort of thing. When we were still eating together at the table, we would have the TV on. It'd be You've Been Framed. It's like a send your video clip, home family video clips in, and we'd watch that. That was like a part of the routine. That was a
Right.
treat at the end of the week. You know what I mean? that's the betterment that that gives to society is that it is entertainment. Is that like I
There is no
studied
betterment. I'm
it's
apologizing to say this, but I don't believe sitting on Saturday nights watching a TV show
for
improves the betterment of everybody. Yes, there is a bonding experience. I agree, but
there's
that's
a
like
bonding
but
experience
what I'm trying to say
and
here
the
is that
mental health
Twitch in
that
no
comes
way is
with it.
different. Twitch is newer. Maybe as a child, obviously you did not have this experience because when you were younger and that age, Twitch did not really exist. It was TV,
Mhm.
right? But kids nowadays, with Twitch being so prevalent as it is, I can guarantee you have the same exact thing happening to them. They get off on Saturdays, it's the relaxed time, and they watch a Twitch streamer that they all like. May not watch him every day, but they watch him on that day. You know what I mean? It's that same bonding experience. So I'm not
And
entirely sure.
Let me bring up this here. Okay,
yeah,
so
funky.
the bonding experience, what you say about what going to a football game or even what you said, like watching your favorite Twitch streamer. Now, should that justify them getting millions
Oh,
of dollars,
oh,
whether it be
no,
a
no.
sport,
Not at
a
all. That is
a professional athlete, or a Twitch person
that
like Ninja getting millions of dollars?
right.
And
Ugh.
let me tell you like what I think it is because what the kind of major issue because like yeah they get millions of eyeballs and people are watching them and I think the money is coming up not through I mean some is through donations obviously but a
Yeah, but
lot
they
of
also get
them
sponsorships.
They're
exactly
getting paid
spots
by their viewers.
the
They're
brand
being paid by companies as
the
well.
brand
Well,
names are going
both.
like hey look at all these eyeballs over here we got to give these guys money or we got to give these guys you know to say our brand or wear our merch or whatever and tell them
Yeah.
about the merch get plugged in and then they kind of just slowly turn into like these monetization robots just constantly repeating the
Mhm.
whole thing raid shadow legends you know dollar shave club hear that on all sorts of podcasts or if you're
Yes,
like
sure.
if you're wearing like if you're watching a football game their jerseys are all just fucking this lit up with Monster, Red Bull, and
Exactly,
all sorts of stuff.
yeah.
It's like it's
There
just like
it's a
what is going on here? What are we doing? We see
there's a lot of people
like
that would kinda
everything
disagree on
popped up
that front.
like oh this power play was brought to you by Toyota. Like no, it wasn't.
Exactly, yeah, this power play was brought to you by the people that were fucking here to do the power play, you know what I
And
mean? It's
no
like
one cares. Like oh Billy scored a goal over here. I'm gonna go buy a truck. No, you're not. Like,
They can afford it now.
but yeah,
it's
Um,
definitely that
they're getting
I
millions of
idea
dollars though. It's kind of
that
wild.
they're making a ton of money, and
yeah.
and my big thing about it is they're making a ton of money when people that are actually providing an actual helpful service, like building our infrastructure or teaching our children, get paid a
Yeah,
fin-
teachers
a
get paid dog shit.
small percentage of what they're making, and I
Teachers can't afford like books or
let's
pencils for their kids.
and with that, let's take a moment and look at this, like these numbers that I grabbed before, right? Okay,
Oh,
so let's
he's busting
take.
out the numbers.
Oh yeah, right. So we'll start nice and simple. Streamers, right? Twitch streamers. Top streamers typically make around 10 million, a little bit less than $10 million per year. Not that bad,
That's pretty
but
bad.
that's. I mean,
10,000,000 is a big fucking number.
it is a big number, right? But
Ten
not in
million is
comparison to
so
other
big.
things. But yes, it is a very
Like, if that's
piss
the
poor number.
smallest number you
Now
have,
now
that is
y-
awful.
Now that is the smallest number, regrettably.
Oh
Now,
my
well,
god.
actually, no, it's not. TikTok, I guess the top streamers make about $5 million a year.
That's
A
still
person named
so
Addison
less.
Ray Easterling or whatever, all she does is dance around, show her boobs and butt, and she gets tons of money. Fantastic service.
Shout out.
Great use of humanity right there. Perfect. Great. Good stuff. Right. I can see why she's making tons of money. She's helping so many people with her ass and tits. Anyways. But let's look at this, right? So we got top streamers making $10 million per year. Let's look at how much teachers make. On a median salary in the United States, they make approximately $36,000 per year. We could do a little bit of math, right, and see how
No,
much.
no. We don't need to do the math to know that 5,000,000 is bigger than
Oh, but
30,000.
how much bigger? Let's find out, shall
Oh,
we?
so much bigger.
Well, let's see.
And the thing
So, top streamers. Oh, streamer. We'll say I don't know. I know Critical Role was on that list, which is a great group of people.
Yeah,
And I actually sort of am leaning towards that. Yes, they provide a better service
they
because
do.
they're actually teaching someone how to play something. They're not just playing the game and being everyone's just mindlessly looking at it. Although,
Yeah.
yes, it is kind of leaning towards that area in my opinion.
It's,
Um,
it's close, but
s-
not. It's not entirely bad. We'll
so
say.
we have Twitch streamer A, making $10 million a year. His teacher's making $36,000 a year. That's 277 times, 278 times rounded up the amounts that a streamer makes compared to teachers. So one streamer is apparently in by worth of money, you know, your financial value. And let's be honest, money talks. Money is what makes the world go around, right? That would mean that this person is by worth, economic value. 278 teachers. That's more than a school. That's more than multiple schools within a certain county. You know what I mean? Like this one person has the value of supposedly these not very useful teachers.
Yeah, I think the scale is a little off. We need to okay, maybe a preschool teacher should not make as much money as like Michael Jordan, right? But let's just
Why? Why shouldn't they
slightly
make that?
go even
Like,
the scale a little bit.
here's the
Yeah,
thing though, like, why shouldn't a preschool
why?
teacher make less
Right.
money than Michael
In my
Jordan? Like,
in
why
my
did Michael Jordan earn his millions? Because he's tall and able to play basketball? Like, because he
Yep,
trained
that's it.
relentlessly? I
that's
mean,
it.
well, by that logic, then a preschool teacher should be able to go to the gym, get fucking jacked, still teach our classes, and then make that same amount of money.
Let's be honest, right? If a teacher didn't exist for Michael Jordan or whatever, he wouldn't have
Exactly.
gotten nearly
Yeah,
as far in his life as he would be
that's
in right now.
yeah,
Like
and
these people enable an individual to go up to a greater height that they could ever have been without a teacher. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
that's what I mean. They're providing absolute value to humanity.
the
Unlike, no
the
offense, the entertainment. I'm sorry. You can speak.
the scale difference between an athlete's income and a teacher's income is just it's like laughable. It's
Yeah,
something that's so
it's
important as a
ridiculous.
teacher, like teaching your children,
I know. It,
um,
it and
how life works and shit. It's
And
crazy.
that's obviously everybody mentions teachers because teachers are a lot of people use it for a
Yeah.
political gain or whatever. But we can also talk about electricians, right? Electricians make approximately
Electricians. Well,
$52,000 a
to be
year.
fair, electricians that are electricians can make a lot of money. Like they can be if they play their cards right and they do
Oh,
the
they
right
don't make
sort of
millions.
services, they can make like there are some electricians around where I live that make bank. Like they make
They
they
don't
do
make
well for each
millions.
other. They don't
I
make
would know.
millions for certain. They don't make million. I'm not saying they make millions. I never said that.
I know, but I'm saying
I'm
as
just
in
saying that like when they earn their money, like they
what we're
really earn their money.
what that's great, but what we're doing is we're comparing these two practices. We're not comparing money from a person that's making very little to they're making a lot
But
of money
I
to
think
them.
what you're
I'm trying to compare it
saying is like
to
like an electrician would provide more than a popular Twitch streamer guy
oh,
who just
yeah,
like
oh my
sits there and
to
rewatches
to
videos.
a
And like and the
right.
Christians are like we're gonna need like yeah, oh my god, we're gonna need electricians like for the next 100 years. Like the electricians
Oh,
are going nowhere.
way past that.
Oh,
Way
yeah,
But
I
past
mean,
that.
without electricians, or
we're
anybody
not
building these
gonna
infrastructure.
need. I know this. I know this one. XQC. We don't need him watching Cake Boss.
Funny enough,
Watching
it's
him
on the list.
watch Cake Boss. That's on your list. Okay, good. I actually
Yeah,
know
well,
that one.
let's be
It's
honest
like
here.
yeah. That is right. It's like what is he providing? Like he's not doing. He's just him watch. He's eating popcorn, watching a show. You're watching him watch a show.
Exactly.
Where
That's
like
just
I'd be
Has
like a
anybody
plumber.
gained anything off that?
Yeah,
no,
No.
no, no,
absolutely not.
absolutely not. Wasted time.
And yet he gets millions of dollars per
It's
year.
Yeah,
like
that
it like
that's
pauses the
kind of
video
fucked
halfway
up.
through. Guys, remember that we're sponsored by G Fuel.
Yes. And just think
Like,
about
come
it, right?
on.
Without these necessary, and I do say necessary because without them, we would not have homes or house or electricity or anything like that. They would not be able to perform the services that they're doing. So why the hell are they being paid 278 times more than a person that, in my opinion, is much more
Wax.
essential? You know, same
Yeah.
with the nurse. Approximately makes
Like
$75,000 a year.
fucking nurses, doctors, emergency workers in general, firemen, policemen,
And
like
I'm
it's
not saying that they don't make a comfortable amount of money. They make a decent, to say the least, amount of money. But in
well over in
comparison to
America they might.
oh yeah, that's true. But yeah,
Like
it's
over
it's
here
you
they
know
need to work for it.
it's just ugh, to me it's a gross thing, and I don't really like the entertainment industry. Of course, I indulge in it because I mean
Everybody does.
I'm not sitting on sort of high horse or whatever. I am just as addicted as everybody else is, you know. But still, regardless. But let
These pages, these like numbers you're pulling out, you have like sources from, right? You can find sources
yeah.
in all the sources are gonna be in the description down below.
Oh, oh God. Okay, fine. I'll grab all
Jeez.
the sources. But
Or
yeah.
we'll show them up on
There's
the
sources.
screen or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, regardless, and we think this is bad, obviously, you know, but we can turn up the the crank to 11 very easily. We're talking about Twitch streamers, right? Let's talking about the sport industry, how much money
Sports is
they
just as
make.
bad.
Oh, I'm going to be very kind about this. I'm not going with any top money makers in sports industry because it's already obscenely high. But I'll go with a name that everyone knows. Everyone knows who Peyton. Well, not everyone knows, but a lot of people know who Peyton Manning is, right?
Who the fuck is Peyton Manning?
Okay, well, here, let me get you a nice link.
Yeah, all right. Does he play baseball?
Peyton
He
Manning?
plays
No, he's
golf.
NFL. He's
He's
NFL.
Oh,
What is
NFL.
NFL?
Hockey.
Oh, hockey? Oh, yeah, definitely not. We don't do hockey over here.
No, no, National Football League is NFL, guys.
Bowling. He's a
Football.
bowler.
He's a bowler. God dang it.
He's a
He's a
bowler.
footballer. Anyways,
Oh, he plays.
regardless,
I
right?
love football.
So, right. Okay. So Peyton Manning makes $575 million, right? If we look at our teachers once more, who make approximately a median salary, $36,000, that would mean that Peyton Manning is worth, by economic value, 15,972 teachers, which is approximately 30% of the teachers located in Scotland. He is worth three Peyton Mannings
Jeez.
is almost worth the entirety of Scotland's teachers network.
I think he needs more. He's
Yeah, he
struggling
clearly
over there.
does.
Yeah, so much more.
He literally owns one little less than 1/3 of an entire country's teacher salaries. Like, how screwed up is that? You know what I mean? Like, it just
And it's not
Listen,
even the
we're gonna
fact
leave
baffles the mind.
we're gonna leave a GoFundMe page. He needs more money.
He
Link
needs
in the
more money.
description.
He needs to buy all
Peyton
of
Manning has more
Scotland.
money.
Yeah, he's
My
struggling.
God, all of Scotland's teachers, thank you.
Give him some
All of
money.
them.
It's just such a ridiculous amount.
Listen, the teachers don't need paper. They don't need books. But what's his name again? The bowler.
The bowler.
Peyton Manning, the
Peyton
football
Manning.
player.
He needs more. He needs to buy more footballs. Damn it! He can't
does.
buy footballs with $500 million. Come on, give him more
We need more
money.
footballs. That's what we need. Definitely no. All right, just no.
You
Wait,
see what I mean?
why do we
Yeah,
like,
I
blindly
think
accept it though?
I think there's one side of the scale which is like way up here, and then there's like the average common Joe who's a more essential job way down here, and we need to just slightly just bump them up. And in order to do that, maybe instead of
I think I think
$500
poor
million
Peyton Manning
dollars,
is he's just gonna have to suffer and
how
drop a
about
few million.
like 499 million? You don't need that extra 500 extra million to make 500 million. I mean, I think he'll be doing all right if he lost a couple. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone would, like any of these
and
sports
another thing I want to say,
enthusiasts,
this
sportsy
is this is
person.
this is relatively relatively the same topic, but like all these, like, once you get to a certain status of that much money, how come you don't have to pay taxes anymore? Like,
It's not that you
how
don't
come
have to, it's
Elon
just that they
Musk,
don't.
that makes like trillions of dollars or something like that, just doesn't pay taxes?
It's
Why do
because they're smart about it. They offset the accounts. They put it into multiple accounts. They put it into a weird. I can't remember.
Offshore account.
I offshore accounts. No, but it's true. It's
but
like
in
they
order
do
to
that.
do that, you have to have you have to be at a certain status level to do all the different
It's like
accounts
the
in here.
Cayman Islands has like a 0% tax something, or it's something to do with the Cayman Islands. I really
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
in order to own property in the Cayman Islands and property in where you are and in several mansions over here and over there and companies there, you had to have money. So once you
Yeah.
reach a certain status, things just get easier.
It's because you could pay everyone off. It's clearly
Just
the
like,
answer.
the entirety of Cayman Islands is literally just empty. There's no one there. It's just people buying little plots of land so they could.
It's just that's where all of the GTX 3070s are going.
Oh no, you're gonna go there, man. Oh
All
man,
these Bitcoin mines.
I wonder how many GTX 7 or whatever you said.
So
Nine-
3070s.
Yeah,
So-
3070s. Peyton Manning can buy.
You
Oh,
were
no.
talking, you were causing some you were spitting some facts out about the Twitch streamers, right? Well, I actually agree with you on most points. I made a video on my old channel, my old dead channel, and I wanted to share with you guys and the viewers, the listeners. Pull out your phones now and actually look at the screen now. Something's about to happen. I took a shot at the Twitch streamers too, because this was right around where, you know, they're the female streamers and they're talking, they're showing their tits out. So I want to show you this page here. I want to see if this is kind of like what we're talking about here. If this is stretching the limit, going too far. So, if you guys are ready, go to the
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah.
video. All right, here we are. So as you see, before I start, I got every good Twitch streamer, they got like the little Pikachu emotes here. You got the Twitch chat on the side,
All the
and,
candy, all the eye candy.
all the eye candy. I got some
candy.
nice
What's
juicy
with the
eye
cat
candy.
eating the noodles?
It's a cute cat. The internet loves cats. So here we go.
Hey everyone! It's me, Becky! I'm here to play some League of Legends! Oh! Ha! Base up here! Okay! Alright, here we go. I'm
What
gonna
the
kill.
fuck?
Oh!
Playing League of
Is
Legends.
that
here.
Is that a shadow or have you pissed yourself?
Oh man! Hey boys!
That's my sweat.
Thanks,
Really?
thanks for
$100.
donating me $100. Oh!
Wait,
thank
don't show
you.
the face. Bring up the tits.
Oh,
There
no,
we go.
someone's ganking me! Oh no!
What the fuck?
Oh, where's my lipstick? Oh,
OMG
I
Backy.
died, but oh well.
You are my favorite.
Favorite.
Oh, thanks for the sub, Timmy. Whoop, 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 flip. Whoop,
What the
whoop.
fuck?
Okay.
Oh no.
Whoop,
No.
whoop,
All apart.
whoop, sub again. Okay. Oh no, it's a Darius. Oh, $1,000 fucking dollars, you bitch! You horny teenager boy! Ah! Ah! Oh, my tongue!
All right.
Oh no, there she is.
So that's that.
I will say funny. What is
So-
that?
Man.
$10 funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
beautiful.
So what I with a normal person like that, because I'm at a disadvantage because I'm male and I don't
Uh-oh.
have big titties, and I'm not good at games, so I gotta I gotta do something to get the donations rolling.
So it's like
Yeah, I love the just chatting streams when it's literally just a woman in like spandex, literally taking off her clothes in front of the camera and like showing all
The
her body.
stripping.
I was like, yeah, just chatting.
yeah, just charting. That's all.
That was funny. Yeah,
It's-
I mean,
it's
obviously,
just
obviously, in a
definitely
weird way, you know, we're sort of being a little bit. I will admit, we're all. I at least, I'll even say it was me because I was the one that initiated this conversation. I'm being a little bit hypocritical because we're obviously involved with social media and everything like that. But that doesn't mean you can't. It's the blind idea.
We're not getting millions of
that-
dollars.
Well, yeah, that too. But it's also the blind idea that streamers like they think that they're like streamers or people that like football players, or whatever. They're essential. And no offense, they're not. There are a lot of there's a ton of streamers that you gotta get that attitude from them. That literally that one woman that literally demands that her watchers
Oh,
give her money.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
She's
like,
famous
I'm
for that.
providing you with free entertainment.
Yes.
The least you can do is
So-
donate $20.
You don't have
Yes.
Like,
$5.
God, like,
It's
why?
$5.
It's
That's
like
awesome.
we all know
That's
that. Like
awesome.
that is how do you get to such a point of absolute narcissistic sociopathy that is just
It's the
It's
ego. The
deeply
ego gets
ingrained in
thrown.
your mind that your time is worth other people's money when you're doing absolutely
mean,
nothing to earn it.
Right, there we go. I was gonna say, it's like,
Yeah,
obviously, your time is
that's
worth people's
yeah.
money if you're working
I
for
know
them,
that's what
but
I mean. Like
yeah.
obviously it's time is worth it when you're working because you're working. You're putting work down, you're fucking expecting to get paid. You don't go to work and not expect to get paid. If you're gonna sit down in front of a camera and literally complain to people that you deserve money, that's just a new level of low. Like, go fuck yourself level of low.
Right.
It's just
I mean, go on.
it's true though. Like that's totally true. Like I have given Twitch a shot, and I can say like I don't meld well with it. I can speak.
You do well, though.
I mean, I do well. I do well sometimes, but I don't garner attention because I'm not doing anything to garner attention. I am being me, which is what most Twitch streamers tell you to do. If you ever notice that, it's like, oh, can you give us some hints as to what to do when you open? I've got a new channel. Like, can you give me some helping hands? And they're like, oh, well, be yourself, make regular content, and don't
And
have the best equipment.
and
When
then fart
literally
and
the
fart in
best
a
people
jar and sell it
fart
to
in a jar
people.
and sell it, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just you're at this point where I'm not special, and I'm not going to go on the internet and proclaim that I am because I'm not. I am going to go on the if what I need to do to get an audience on Twitch, like I genuinely wanted to get some sort of audience on Twitch just to play like games for people because I enjoyed it. You know, I had fun with it, and for a while it was okay, and then it just stopped. I'm not
Wiz,
popular. I'm not
Wiz,
that top kind of guy. I'm not a girl either.
Wiz.
It's
It's okay, Wiz.
No,
You're still you're special.
it's not
It's
okay.
yeah. Well,
okay.
I won't lie. This is turning into a support thing. You did great, right? You were a great streamer, but with a lot of it, it comes with a lot of luck, right? These people that make all this money and they have huge audiences. Let's be honest. You're right. None of them are special. No one, actually, no one's really special. But the people that make all that money, the 400 and whatever $1 million, Peyton Manning, whatever. No offense, someone else could do his job. Like there's tons of kids out there that want to be football players. Heck, my own stepbrother wants to be a football player, and I do kind of cringe at that he's not. He's kind of dropping his desire to be, knowledgeable and actually want to do an actual job instead of he's putting all his time playing football. And I mean, good on him, but like, it's in the end, it's a lot of work to provide something that doesn't provide anything for anybody else. And that's the thing with these, like, the streamers that are making all these money,
And I know
And
that all the kids. I mean, they catch them at such a young age,
Yeah, as well.
and
It's such an
yes,
impressionable age as
and
well. Like
then
it's just that's all they want to do.
they
it can ruin
consume
people's
it
lives.
consumes
Yeah.
it consumes your entire life. So once they get old enough, they get asked the question like, "Oh, what do you want to do for a living?" And I remember there was this statistic somewhere. I don't know where it was or where I saw it or who told me, but like 80%, if you ask like I don't know, like 15, 16-year-olds, what do you want to do, they're like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be an online influencer,
Like
because
no.
that's what they're surrounded by that stuff.
Yeah,
They
I
consume
feel like
all their time.
there
And
So
it
needs to
it's
makes
be
like,
some sort of
yeah.
mandate on that, or
So
some
I
sort
want
of
I
ban.
want to
Like
say,
kids aren't supposed to
hey,
have
what we got
this
to
stupid
Whoa.
our
technology.
viewers, to our listeners here.
all three of them.
Fred, thank you. Have dreams, but keep them realistic. It's okay to
Yeah.
have dreams. Keep them as a hobby or a fun
You're
hobby.
not going to get your McDonald's if all of you are on Twitch streaming. Just think about it that way.
It's true. Everybody's for streaming.
The odds of you
Yeah.
becoming a professional athlete pretty slim, but let's keep the dreams up, but let's keep them at a realistic
Realistic.
level.
In
Yeah.
fairness, though, like you
We
need
don't want
to
to share
be
any
like,
dreams
if you
here.
want to be a professional athlete in America, you have to get into an Ivy League school and do athleticism there.
Shit. I will tell you where I'm going. There's they get there's a lot of people that have come from this school, and it's not an Ivy League school, and these people it is surrounding the football. My school is basically it is football central. If you're in the United States, you could probably guess now where it might be, but like it is the entire idea of this university is dedicated directly to football, and these people are basically treated as above everyone else, and it it, it kind of sends the wrong message to a lot of people. There's people that are working oh man, like 40, 50 hours and then have two jobs working on like trying to get good grades and then working on their actual job. And then these people are and no offense to them, they're skirting by because that's the point
They
of them
don't
being
need
in
to
that
do it.
college. They're not there to earn a degree. They're there to get a general ed degree so they can play college for the university. That's what they do there for. That is the point of it. They're being employed and they're having this fake facade that they're students. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and they're already it's showing people that like these people are above us. You know what I mean? And they're gonna make way more money up for than us just because they can kick a ball and run it across a 100-yard field. You know what I mean? Like
It's
it's
it's degrading
it,
to
it, it keeps
everyone else.
right. You know what I mean? And
And
obviously, in a weird way, we're kind of going off what we
yeah,
originally were
off
talking about,
tangent,
how they're
but
getting paid a ton of money. But yeah, I mean, in a weird way, it can this money that they're making and all that, it's just another thing that makes other people either want to be like them and further cause this society to basically not go anywhere. Or it ruins people's motivation because why spend 6 years working on a degree, right? When a person that just kicks a ball can make 578 times more than
Oh
you.
my god,
You know what I
that's
mean?
hilarious.
Or no, sorry, 15,000. That was the streamer.
yeah,
15,700 or 800 times more than you.
yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Why go out and
Why?
do
This
anything?
world is fucked.
Well, guys, you heard it here. If you want to be successful in life, give up on your dreams of becoming a professional accountant or a professional programmer or a professional anything that
Games.
has sort of semblance to the advancement of humanity and become a streamer
Right.
because
Basically,
that way you'll make all the money.
and you know what? In the end, I don't blame these people for doing that because why how awesome would it be if you sat down, you could play video games and you're making so much money, millions. You know what I mean? Like that people dream of doing that. So I do not blame people for becoming streamers. I do not blame people for becoming sports, uh, professional sports people, whatever. But you got to realize that you shouldn't be paid that much. It's just not. You're just not. You're not. You have to realize you're not a necessity for humankind right now. You're not. I'm sorry, but if you were to disappear tomorrow with your hundreds of millions of subscribers or whatever, like you're not, you'll be missed, but the world will keep on rotating. But if Scotland loses 30% of teachers tomorrow, I guarantee you that things are going to go pretty bad, pretty
Bad.
quickly.
Yes.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
Let's just say, I know this podcast is at its early development stages. Let's just say we blow up and we got tons of views and we actually start making some
Give me
big
money.
money. Now, is your opinion gonna change at all?
Hell no.
I was gonna say, hell yeah, it is.
No, I will always believe that if I refuse to make this a livelihood, right? I want to be what I want to be. I don't want to be a YouTuber and I don't want to be like that because I believe in that the advancement of society and the advancement in myself. And me sitting on here talking about something 40 minutes or 50 minutes every time, like every few days or whatever, depending on how many times we were to do it, it does not advance me in any way. And that's not my interest. You know what I mean? Like,
Because it's a
so
fun hobby, and right
it's
you
a
just
fun
said
hobby.
there, that's probably the most important message of this whole episode.
Yeah.
What
We're
you just
doing
said
this
there.
for fun.
Keep things do this shit for fun. Don't go into YouTube or Twitch expecting to be like, I'm gonna be the next Tyler One or Ninja or some other
Right.
famous streamer. Because if you do that, I mean, you're not. It's the odds that happen is nothing. It's basically zero.
Just everybody. That's
All three.
it. Yeah, all three of you. Don't don't be a Twitch streamer. Don't be a football player.
Here's-
Be something better than that. Because to be fair, there are a lot of better jobs out
And
there.
don't be a
I would
teacher either. A teacher
I
doesn't get
wouldn't
paid
be
shit.
able to sit down. Like I have said this. I wouldn't be able to sit down and stream every day, all day for the rest of my life, or the rest of what the rest of Twitch. I don't know. However long that a person is allowed to be famous on the internet for, because like who's died on like not like actually died, but like
Few
What?
people.
there has to be like a point
Not
where
died, but died, just died. Just
Uh,
one
like
yeah,
person died?
just that.
socially, I think.
Yeah, like socially died.
Oh,
like they've
like they weren't
like
out there
fallen
anymore.
out of fame. There's been like
Mm.
a few, like you could name a few, like
Everyone's got their
Tobuscus or
peak.
Smosh. You know,
Yeah.
like they were like peak when I was younger.
But you know what? You know what I honestly believe happened to them?
Hmm?
They grew up. They
Well,
grew
I
up.
mean,
A lot of
you-
them did grow up. You know what I mean? Like
half of
I know.
Smosh didn't.
Well, fair enough. But I mean, like those that were there that were giving these numbers and they were good in their own right, like making those subscribers or whatever, those counts as money. You know, they realized that, you know what? I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to actually do something like productive or helpful, or you know what I mean? Like I guarantee you, because obviously if they're not doing this, they're doing something else. You know?
Exactly.
And yeah. Anyways, apologies.
Anyway, guys, that's all we have time for on today's cruising altitude. We do hope that this was a enjoyable flight, a very heated flight that we
I think
promised from the
probably cause a
beginning.
lot of gonna get a lot of hate, but
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna be
like
as
always.
soon as this episode goes up. If we're not trending on Twitter, I don't want to hear about it.
Well-
We've got the hottest of takes right here.
like always, we don't always come up with problems. We have solutions here at Cruising Altitude. The solution is stop giving these people your attention and come watch me instead on Detective
Ju-
Monkey.
Right.
No, come watch us on Cruising Altitude. We're going to be uploading
haven't here,
episodes
though.
throughout
I was
2022.
going to include that as well. We did.
Yeah, you better have, you selfish son of a bitch.
And go watch Cruising Altitude, which you're already doing right now. So we love you for that.
You know what? Just take, don't even. Just literally go outside today and I don't know, do something productive. Take the day
Yeah,
off.
take the
don't,
day
don't,
off.
Don't look at Twitch. Don't look at your football. Don't watch TV. Don't watch us after this. You don't want to, but go out there and just do something that makes you feel like you've actually helped in some
Yeah,
way.
help your landlady take out her garbage.
And
You know, how many
take
people are
out
going to be just
garbage.
Should take
closing
out their
this and just going
garbage.
straight to another video.
Yeah,
Not
probably.
listening to this at all.
Oh, you think they're here right now? Hell no. Those types of people are
No,
already gone.
Everyone's
They're already
gone
watching
right
there. It's just us, all alone.
Guys,
But yeah, I think we're all good, right?
yep,
so-
that's it.
With
Alright,
that,
host-
looks
host,
like
take us out.
we're a little rocky, but looks like the turbulence has been kind of going down a little bit, and we're reaching towards California, where we'll be meeting all these lovely streamers, and we hope to see you
With our
guys
plane,
next time.
with the nose of our plane, in fact.
Oh no, that's a threat. We're going to be landing
Yes.
safely, away from all the
Yes.
streamers, and then going to see them
Die!
while the psycho in the background runs around with a chair from the plane and tries to attempt to kill all these people. But until next time, cruising altitude. Do you guys want to say goodbye?
We'll
See you
see you
later.
in the next one.
See you later, everyone. Please don't hate us that much for this episode. We love you all.
We promise we're only out here to call out everyone on Twitch. You're all
Also-
useless.
Also, feel free to give us millions.
Yeah,
Peyton Manning,
yeah.
if you're listening, we
Yeah,
can take a
Pat
minute
Manning,
and
do
do
you want to
this
give it, like, sponsor us next episode? Pat Manning.
sponsor us. We just all the next episode is basically just us talking about Peyton Manning.
So
How great he
listen,
is.
Peyton Manning, that guy is like
That guy's quite
so
amazing.
cool. His career is life-spanning, and it's honestly a wonder
very-
how he like never fails. He just always does the best thing.
He needs to be making all of Scotland's teachers'
Yes,
salaries.
yes.
All of them. Not just
Yes.
not just 1/3.
Pat Manning for Teachers 2023.
Peyton Manning for president of the world.
Peyton Manning. All right, goodbye, everyone.
He's got my
All right. Yeah, he's the same. All right, bye guys.
Bye.